Hello, I'm going to be doing the horoscope sign month of April reading for the air signs. Sorry, I'm trying to collect my thoughts. The air signs. So the air signs are Libras, Geminis, and Aquarius. Okay. So there's that. This is my sign. Okay, so I'm going to actually shuffle the cards and see. It's interesting. There was one card, and it's a pink card, and it's the card that I saw that I was like, ooh, that card's supposed to fly out of here somehow. I hope that I'm going to get it. So that would be interesting if it was the next card that flew out. It wasn't for my first reading, so we'll see. I don't even remember. I'll remember what it is when I see it, but can't really remember. We'll see. These cards are a little sticky. I love the deck, but I'm not obsessed with how sticky they are. Okay, I got my card. Okay. Hi, Linda. I'm doing the horoscope reading for, I just did fire. I'll be posting these later, but I just did the fire signs. Now I'm doing the air signs. So I have Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. This is the card that fell out. Let love in. You are beloved. You are cherished more than you'll ever know. It's time to begin seeing yourself through the eyes of God. Choose to move beyond self-criticism and judgment. Be open to seeing yourself in a more loving way. When you are willing to see yourself lovingly, you open the doors of your heart, and all forms of love enter. Activation. They give you like a little saying at the end, and it says, I am willing to see the love I have within. That is such a good card, and honestly, I'm a Libra, so that actually kind of makes sense, and it's a really good reminder for Libras, Geminis, and Aquariuses to, I feel like we give and we put out a lot of like love and reassurance and validation, and sometimes we don't get that, and so that's a really great reminder to let love in. Let yourself see that you are cherished. You do not need to see yourself for all of your flaws and stop judging yourself, because when you do that, it opens the door to let so much more love in, which then I feel like what I'm seeing is that if we can allow more love, like us to love ourselves, then we'll actually be able to give more love. And that's a really cool thing. So the number 3 or 33 just kind of stood out. So that's, I know we already passed the third day of the month, but that's a number that I'm seeing. And I also saw the color blue. So maybe this is like blue skies. So I'm seeing that the air signs need to get out in the nature. And I don't remember, I think this might have been similar to what was last month, but being out in the nature, seeing the blue skies, letting that sun just like let that soak into your skin. Exactly this. We give everything and deserve that love too. Exactly. So I'm feeling like when there's sunny days, don't let those days pass by. Make sure to get out and ground yourself, walk in the grass without your shoes on. I've actually been craving that, so that's interesting that I'm seeing something like that. And listen to calming music outside. If it's not even warm enough to like lay out, but just sit out there, like eat your lunch outside, get a blanket and just lay and just close your eyes. I'm feeling like that's going to help us feel more grounded and centered and at peace this month. Slowing down is something that I'm hearing, is slowing down. So being intentional about those days off. I know I need to be better about that, but doing some like self-care things, because that's going to help us really just like be in the moment and be present. And I'm going to just take a deep breath. Let's see what else. Yeah, I'm just seeing even like outside activities. So that could be, what I saw was like hopscotch, which is very interesting. Like, obviously I don't do hopscotch, but my kids do. I had a breakfast on the beach today with my son. That sounds incredible. That's perfect. So just doing some things outside is going to just really help us feel more at peace and at home with our own self. Life it gets so busy, and we're about to enter in like end of school and all of that kind of stuff, so that gets really crazy. I'm just gonna kind of scribble for a second. This is really interesting, and I'm just gonna say it and we'll see where it goes. But you know, in like super clear crystal water, how you can like see all of the different like when the water like sparkles and it creates like its own textures and stuff. I saw something like that. So I don't know if that's gonna be like someone like going to like a really clear water place that has like clear water, something like fishing. But geez, I am just seeing like outdoors, something like this is just like, we need to get out. And maybe it's because we've been trapped indoors for months and months. Like, we had so many days, it was like over 150 days that we hadn't hit like 60 degrees, and that's depressing. So getting out and getting out more. Geez, I don't know. Am I gonna get anything else? It's like, you really need to get out more, and really, because I haven't gotten out. So maybe that's just my spirit team saying, yes, I'm not gonna show you anything else. I saw some like greenery and planting, so I don't know if that's gonna, but it kind of feels like indoors. So like something about like doing like being more intentional about like things indoors, like your plants inside. Let's see. This is really random, but I also saw something about like going to the zoo. Like, really, I just think that any way to be outside is going to be really helpful for us. Air signs. Let's see if I can get anything else besides getting outside and getting in the sun, because this is kind of funny. Let's see. I'm trying to make these about like 7 to 10 minutes for each reading, and I'm not really, okay, let's see. Can I get anything else? I'm gonna draw another card, because I just feel like sometimes doing my sign is a little tricky for me. I need to work on that. So I'm gonna see if another card falls out. Oh, that's interesting. This deck is all green, and I just talked about greenery. I just think this month needs to be very intentional. I think that's the theme of this month for my air signs, is being intentional, slowing down, doing things intentional. This is the card Memory, Rosemary. That's weird, because now it just pulled up like greenery. So let's see. This is number 16. Deeper levels of connection with people, concepts, and plans are all areas that Rosemary works within. You are reminded to ensure you are in touch with your inner wisdom, paying heed to the past, and have cleared what needs to be released. Listen to your intuition as it is calling you to be present, but weary of gossip or becoming tactless or too forceful. Very interesting. I think that this month is very much so of like an intentional going within, trusting, and listening to that guidance. But because it's more about being intentional, that's when like guidance actually can happen. So being intentional about the things that you're doing, the questions that you're asking, and the people that you're around as well, because that can really drain your energy. Okay, I'm gonna move on to my, let's see, what do I have left? I have Water. I'll do my water signs, okay? So I'm going to end this video and I'm going to go to the next one.